कौन शुरू कर रहा है?
मिस्टर डॉक्टर अमित शुरू करेंगे सबसे पहले।
अमित नहीं, आपके यहाँ से शुरू होगा ना?
नहीं नहीं, हमारी एंड से नहीं, वंदना वगैरह उन्हीं के एंड से शुरू हुआ।
अच्छा। ही वॉज, हाँ।
हाँ।
अमित चला.
हम्म।
तुमचं ते काय दिव्याचं वगैरे काही आहे का? मेरे को लगता है रागिनी. रागिनी.
हाँ,
हाँ, आपके जो कोऑर्डिनेटर हैं, दिए का कर लेंगे पहले. फिर
हो
आप.
रहा है मैडम। मैडम आप आराम से निश्चिंत रहो
हाँ,
सब।
हाँ, हाँ, ठीक है. करो आपके हिसाब से करो.
वक्रतुंड महाकाय सूर्यकोटि समप्रभ निर्विघ्नं कुरु मे देव सर्वकार्येषु सर्वदा.
कुरुध्वं कल्याणम् आरोग्यं धनसम्पदः शुभं कुरुध्वं कल्याणम् आरोग्यं धनसम्पदः शत्रुबुद्धिविनाशाय दीपज्योतिर्नमोऽस्तुते दीपज्योतिर्नमोऽस्तुते शुभं कुरुध्वं कल्याणम् आरोग्यं धनसम्पदः शुभं कुरुध्वं कल्याणम् आरोग्यं धनसम्पदः शुभं कुरुध्वं
अभी तो मेरे को डिस्टर्ब.
निधि तुम्हें स्टार्ट कर लो।
A very good evening to everyone, to all the prestigious founder members of Association of Medical Women in India, the Gurgaon chapter, and our distinguished guest of honor, chief guest, and all the attendees. I welcome you all to celebrate and inaugurate the Gurgaon chapter of Association of Medical Women in India. Hello, I am Dr. Nidhi Yadav, a medical legal expert and a lawyer from Gurgaon. Thank you for choosing me to be a part of this prestigious association. Now, I would like to introduce my co-master of ceremonies, Dr. Simriti Sharma and Dr. Sonal Makhija. Dr. Simriti Sharma is a co-founder of AMWI Gurgaon chapter and is a consultant radiologist practicing in Gurgaon. Dr. Sonal Makhija is a co-founder of AMWI Gurgaon chapter and a consultant dermatologist practicing in Gurgaon. Now I would like to invite Dr. Ragini Agrawal, chapter convener of Gurgaon AMWI chapter, for welcome address. Thank you, ma'am.
थैंक यू निधि, थैंक यू सो मच। नमस्कार, आप लोगों का आज बहुत बहुत स्वागत है। ये एक बहुत ही शुभ दिन है, जबकि हम लोग आज 117 साल पुरानी ऑल वुमेन एसोसिएशन का गुड़गांव चैप्टर इनॉग्रेट कर रहे हैं, और इसका सारा श्रेय जाता है मंदाकिनी मेघ मैडम को। उसके लिए बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद हमारे इस रिक्वेस्ट को एक्सेप्ट करने के लिए। मैं एक छोटी सी बात बताना चाहूंगी इसके पहले हम शुरू करें। जब मैंने ग्रुप्स पे डाला तो हमारी आईएमए ने जेंडर इनइक्वालिटी को दिखाते हुए एक वुमेन विंग ऑफ लेडी डॉक्टर्स क्रिएट कर दी है, एज इफ आईएमए इज इंडियन मेल एसोसिएशन, नॉट अ इंडियन मेडिकल एसोसिएशन। तो लोगों ने मुझे पूछा, तुम डब्ल्यूडी का इतना ज्यादा अगेंस्ट हो और यहाँ पर तुम अलग से एक वुमेन एसोसिएशन बना रही हो? तो इन लोगों को, जो ऐसे लोग यहाँ सुन रहे हैं, उनको इसको समझना चाहिए। आईएमए संस्था है डॉक्टर्स की। वो संस्था डॉक्टर्स को मिलती है उनके अपने एजुकेशन के वैल्यू पे, ना कि उनको वो अगर वुमेन है तो उनको एक कोने में बैठाना चाहिए। लेकिन ये एक अनोखी संस्था है जो कि 117 साल पहले सिर्फ और सिर्फ वुमेन डॉक्टर्स के लिए बनाई गई थी। उसका इससे कोई मतलब नहीं था कि कौन मेल है कौन फीमेल है। ये संस्था बनी ही वुमेन डॉक्टर्स के लिए थी। और इस संस्था के बारे में डिटेल में मंदाकिनी मैडम बताएंगी, लेकिन इसकी जो सबसे बड़ी ब्यूटी है, ये हिंदुस्तान में मैडम एनी बेसेंट के द्वारा बनाई गई, ये हमारे लिए बहुत ही फख्र की बात है। और आज यहाँ मैं आप लोगों का सबका स्वागत करती हूँ जो लोग यहाँ जुड़े हैं। खास करके मैं धन्यवाद दूंगी हमारे अपने 10 फाउंडर मेंबर्स को, जो कि मेरे दिल के बहुत करीब है, मेरे बहुत ही खास फ्रेंड्स हैं। मे भी हमारी एज में बहुत गैप है, लेकिन हम सब एक साथ काम करते हैं और हमें विश्वास है मंदाकिनी मैडम, हम लोग कुछ अलग करके दिखाएंगे। हमने ये कोशिश की है कि ये मल्टी डिसिप्लिनरी रहे, ये एक सिर्फ गायनाकोलॉजिस्ट का फोरम बन के ना रह जाए। एक और फोरम गायनाकोलॉजिस्ट के लिए हम नहीं खड़ा कर रहे हैं, ये हम बना रहे हैं किसी इस ध्येय से कि हम लोग एक संपूर्ण डॉक्टर्स की तरह सामने आए और कुछ कर सकें। मेरे लिए और भी सौभाग्य की बात है, आज हमारी जो चीफ गेस्ट है वो मेरी अपनी टीचर है मैडम वर्मा, इलाहाबाद से। और इससे अच्छी कोई बात नहीं हो सकती कि हमारा इनॉग्रेशन उनके हाथ से हो रहा है, क्योंकि हमारा भी इनॉग्रेशन उन्होंने किया था। और मुझे मेरी बड़ी प्यारी सहेली पैम भी दिख रही हैं, लक्ष्मी भी हैं, और अनिल जी आपका भी स्वागत है। इन शब्दों के साथ निधि, तो वापस तुम्हारे पास, और तुम आगे कार्यक्रम को बढ़ाओ।
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you for all the supporting words and igniting us with a lot of inspiration. Now I invite Dr. Mandakini Meg, National President of AMWI, for presidential address and to introduce the chief guest. Ma'am, over to you, please.
So, good evening, everyone. Ragini, you have set the ball rolling, and आपने बिल्कुल सही कहा कि ये ऑर्गेनाइजेशन जो 117 ईयर बिफोर वाज एस्टेब्लिश्ड बाय डॉक्टर एनी बेसेंट, बट इसके पीछे जो थे, इट वाज ए रॉयल्टी, एंड दे फाउंड आउट कि कितना बड़ा गैप है। देयर इज नो वुमेन हु वर अलाउड इन द एजुकेशन ऑफ मेडिसिन। सबसे बड़ी बात ये थी, कुछ जगह तो उनको नर्स बन के मेडिकल कॉलेज में ट्रेनिंग लेने की छुप के जाते। देयर आर वेरियस स्टोरीज एंड सम ऑफ देम आई विल टेल यू इन माय लेक्चर. So, when I took over as a president, I can see my Nagpur branch president here, Dr. Lakshmi is here. And then such a fascinating history. And those women sacrificed, did whatever best possible it is not only for the women's health, but for the supporting their own clan, like women doctor. ऐसे रागिनी ने जो कहा कि women doctors के लिए कितना difficult था, और उस जमाने में एक दूसरे को support करना। फिर organization 1907 में established कामा hospital में हुआ। And when I read that the 2 hospitals which were created, you mind it, created मतलब जिन्होंने बनाए, प्रस्तापित किए, वो था लेडी हार्डिंग हॉस्पिटल दिल्ली एंड कामा एंड एल्ब्लेस हॉस्पिटल मुंबई। इतने बड़े 500 बेड के, यू कैन सी देयर ग्रोथ एंड प्रोग्रेस, यू कैन सी। उस जमाने में एस्टेब्लिश करना एक ऑर्गेनाइजेशन, दिस इज ए यूनिक, आई थिंक वर्ल्ड में ये पहला ऑर्गेनाइजेशन, वो भी विमेन का, जो इतने डिफिकल्टी में फाइनेंसेस खड़े करते थे, अपने खुद की पर्सनल लाइफ को सेक्रीफाइस करते। उन लोगों ने अपना सब कुछ, इवन अपने खुद के पर्सनल डोनेशन देके ये 2 हॉस्पिटल खड़े किए, एंड देन दे हैंडेड ओवर टू द गवर्नमेंट। तो आई थिंक इससे बड़ी बात कोई हो नहीं सकती, इतनी बड़ी शुद्ध भावना उसमें। अच्छा, दूसरा एक और बहुत अच्छी बात रागिनी ने कही, उसको मैं रीइंफोर्स करना चाहती हूँ, वो ये कि इट इज नॉट ए पॉलिटिकल प्लेटफॉर्म। कहीं गलती से किसी को ये ना लगे कि ये पॉलिटिकल प्लेटफॉर्म है। दिस इज ए प्योरली sisterhood and coming together, and all faculties of women. I think this is the only organization where all faculties of women are there. नागपुर में आप you can see heart surgeon, physician. परसों उज्जैन गई थी तो I saw the heart surgeons, anesthetists, ophthalmology, और ophthalmology वालों ने काम भी शुरू कर दिया. They had the refractory error camps. They got a platform. और मेरा रागिनी के साथ बातचीत हुई, we are making a platform for the women to come up, and that is the main aim of our duty, and devotion is the main aim of our organization. As the time comes, I'm going to narrate few incidences also. With this, I think a great congratulations to the Gurgaon chapter. It is our 7th, I think is the 8th chapter. Last month, January, we opened, we inaugurated 4 chapters. They are doing extremely well. And this one platform is going to bring all the women under one, umbrella, and we are all going to have a great sisterhood, a great, companionship, and great work for not only for the women patients, but also for the women doctors. So with this, I think we carry forward, and thank you very much, Ragini, for coming forward, establishing a beautiful branch. And this is the first branch. Please give them the big hand. In the I can say this is all in West India, our other branches, but this is a very good that the other side, the Punjab, Haryana, we are starting, and I think extremely important for us as a AMWI to grow in all these regions where the doctors are so talented and so creative, and I can say so hardworking. So congratulations to Gurgaon chapter. And I now introduce our chief guest, who is a teacher of teachers. Can you display the biodata, madam? Dr. Manju Verma, known to everybody, such a respectable personality. Madam, I really admire you, and we are on many platforms together. She is gold medalist, Shivnarayan Gold.
Mandakini ji, I think there's no need of reading all these. This is just a formality, and I think we know each other very well.
Yeah.
All
So,
of us
madam,
know
please,
that.
stage is yours, and please give us blessings to our Gurgaon chapter and to us also. Please,
So
madam.
at the outset, I would like to thank and congratulate Dr. Ragini Agarwal for making me as a part of the inaugural function of the Gurgaon AMWI chapter. Now, excellence is not a skill. It is an attitude, and I am proud of you to have you in my life, Ragini. Your energy, your edge, your execution are brilliant. Your hard work and the dedication is uncomparable. So I really congratulate you for starting such a new thing. I mean, though the association has been so old, I was not aware of such a thing being existing. So she made me aware of an association which is so old, and with such clear-cut mottos and the way of functioning. So Ragini, congratulations to you again. And I really am thankful to Dr. Mandakini also. We are good friends, that's what I think. And we have been together for a number of times. I also congratulate the founder members of the Gurgaon AMWI, Dr. Rashmi Khurana, Dr. Saroj, Dr. Indu Bansal as conveners, and Dr. Kanchan Chandan Kachru, Dr. Leela Kumar, Dr. Switi Agarwal, Dr. Smriti Sharma, Dr. Aksha Saxena, Dr. Sonal Mukhijal, and Dr. Nidhi Yadav. The medical needs of the India were, championed by this association. And we all know that it was the beginning of the 20th century. I think this was even the 80th century that it was being founded. And I never knew that it has got a number of mission hospitals, a number of cancer hospital being supported by this. And they also, the association has professional interest of, which is being for the welfare of the women. Because the charity begins at home. If we don't look after ourselves and our fellow members, I think we fail in our duties as human beings. So in the end, I would like to again congratulate all of you and wish you a very good, long, success for the association. And as you have already said, this is an association which is not trying to part off from the Foxy. This is even an association which is even older than a Foxy. So we are proud of, and I think this has given me an incentive. Maybe I may be able to start a chapter in Allahabad. That's all I can say.
Madam, welcome. We are at Central Office AMWI National President. It will be privileged if you start the Allahabad chapter. Yeah.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you so much, ma'am, for your blessings. And thank you, Dr. Meg, for educating us more on about AMWI. Now, I would like to request Dr. Ragini Agarwal to introduce our guest of honor, please. Thank you, ma'am.
Today's guest of honor, Dr. Smriti Nanda. She is another teacher of teachers for Haryana. Dr. Smriti Nanda, the only medical college of the Haryana is a Rohtak Medical College, PGIMS Rohtak. And Madam Smriti has headed the department of the OBGYN for a long time. Now she is retired. But in her duration, such a long duration she has, all the young breed of the gynecologists working in the field of Haryana, almost all are her student. So, and she is one person whom I found very silent, totally dedicated to work, never in front, always in the back, but seeing everything is very quietly and supervising. And for me, I think she has a very soft spot. Although everybody say me, Dr. Smriti join nahi karengi, but when I made her OBGYN, she has given me her blessing, and she became the patron of the her OBGYN. Today she is not well, she is not able to join, but she is consented to be our guest of honor. That is a very big thing, especially in Haryana. If Madam Nanda is blessing with us, I think we have the blessing of everyone for a success. So over to you, Nidhi, to continue, and Akansha is not also able to join.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you for giving us her message and introducing all of us to her in her absence. We hope and pray that she feels better soon. So now let's start our scientific program for this evening. And now I would like to introduce Dr. Rashmi Khurana to chair this session 1 of our scientific program, and Dr. Indu Bansal as a speaker of this section. So Dr. Rashmi Khurana is a co-convener of AMWI, and Dr. Indu Bansal is also a co-convener of AMWI, and she's a radiation oncologist as well. So now I hand over the session to Dr. Rashmi Khurana.
Dr. Rashmi is not here.
Okay, so Dr. Indu Bansal, I would like to request you to please take this session ahead.
So, good afternoon, everyone, and it gives me an immense pleasure to be a part of being the one of the founder members of the Association of Medical Women in India, because I want to thank Dr. Ragini ma'am, because she called me and she said, I want you to be a part of it. So thank you so much, ma'am, for making me a part of it. And I really feel blessed, and I'm feeling very optimistic, and I'm very confident that this association, and specifically the Gurgaon chapter, will definitely do a lot of work in terms of working in all the fields. As you said, that this is not a political group, but a group of medical women in India, and dates back to 117 years. So it means it has a very long legacy. So thank you so much. And Dr. Smriti Nanda was my gynecologist when I was in medical college, and you are my gynecologist here. So I think I have the best of people around, and so many people are very many years senior to me. So I'm looking forward to take blessings from all of you, and I hope that we'll definitely do a lot of work together. So I think let's move on to the next session, and I will request Dr. Nidhi to please carry forward the next session. And I would like to, I'm really feeling very privileged to meet Dr. Mandakini and Dr. Verma and everyone else, the dignitaries who are a part of this program. Thank you so much.
Indu, you have to introduce Dr. Meg in short for the lecture.
Yes. Okay, I will do that, ma'am. So, Dr. Mandakini, I think it's very difficult for me to do justice to her in very minimal words, because she has been the president of MWA Central Asia, president of FOXI 2012 to 2013, and for Committee of Infections during Pregnancy, Reproductive and Sexual Health Committee, Indian Federation of Ultrasound in Medicine and Biology. Then the list is endless.
Thank you very much.
She is the consultant for Government of Maharashtra, and I think, ma'am, we are very much privileged to have you here.
Today my introduction will be sufficient if you call me National President of Association Medical Women of India.
Yes, ma'am.
I have started this chapter because I took the, all my office bearers, we, told them that, in the UP, Haryana, and there is expansion of medical women, 60% admissions of women, girls are in the medical college, we should expand. And then we got the chapter sanction and then took the initiative, and all my friends like Ragini and others who are really interested in working, not in the politics. So those people are brought forward into this fold, and now you can see that everywhere. I can see Shashi Bala, they started very recently, I think 1 week before, they started doing all the camps and cytology, scalposcopy. I'm posting all over my AMWI group, and they are so extremely happy with the idea for creating this chapter in different cities and bring women to have the maximum work for the women's health. So with this, I think I'm going to share my presentation here. I don't. Let me see whether Gurgaon. This is a. Can you see anything? No.
Not yet, ma'am.
This is something. Gurgaon chapter. अब दिख रहा है?
No, ma'am.
अरे oh God, let me see. एक मिनट शेयर करती हूँ फिर से दोबारा.
Take your time, ma'am.
Yes, no problem.
Yes, ma'am, it's visible now.
Yeah. So, good evening again, everyone. Thank you, Chief Guest Dr. Manju Verma, Ragini, for taking this initiative and making everyone a part of it. And I can see the growth. जैसे बोलते हैं ना बच्चे के पाँव पालने में दिख रहे हैं, तो I can really see कि आप लोग बहुत अच्छा काम करने वाले हैं. So this is a beautiful poster and our this thing, flyer. So Ragini. So thank you very much. And making so many people, I already got the membership form of more than I think 12, 13 people. And last week we were at the Gwalior. Shashi Bala, congratulations, you already started working so well. Before that, I was at Ujjain, physical, it was a very big program, physical inauguration. And next, I think Lady Harding and Delhi inauguration should be, physical because it has got a lot of historical importance. And this was the Gwalior chapter inauguration. And this was our Ujjain chapter and Paratwada. We are not only going to the metro cities, but we are going to the sub-districts, and they are doing extremely good work. And it was not brought on any forum. And they were not exposed to the national, but they are doing such a good work. And I'm really, really very happy with their work. So, to know the AMWI, what is Association Medical Women of India, we have a national body, and every 3 years the national body changes. So I took over in January, and I have a very wonderful 2 vice presidents here. Dr. Bulbul Chaudhary, she is from Kolkata. Dr. Nalini Kurve, she is from Nagpur. Yamini Arshi was just past president. You can see our secretary, Nandala Foxy, is my secretary. Swarna Khadilkar, or this Sarita Bhalerao, again ICUG secretary. She is our treasurer. And Dr. Lakshmi, she is the president of our very prestigious branch, that is Nagpur, and there are 2 national corresponding secretaries. So this is a structure of our administrative control and the office bearer. Then we have patrons, Dr. Usha Saraiya, you know that, and cytology clinic of Kama Hospital we are running, and we are having our office. I want to tell everyone that please visit your office whenever you come to Mumbai. give me a call and see our beautiful office, Girard Library, all historical thing. You will be fascinated to see the office. Vandana Vaivekar, then advisor. We are not only at India level, because all the women doctors, they are not knowing anything about the association. We are not only India. Our central body, like FIGO you can call, is at the New York headquarters, and the executive committee of this triennium is this Dr. Elinar is our world president. Dr. Mariam Jasi, she is from Georgia. She is a secretary general, and so on and so forth. They are all executive from each region, and I was very privileged to be vice president of this organization just 1 year before. I was there for 3 years. So India was having the vice president also, and that is how we are based in our branches are recently they opened the branch in Pakistan, because Pakistan was not in the Central Asia at that time. So new branches are opening all over the world, and we are in 156 branches of medical women. You will call, what is this, MWIA. So MWI is Medical Women International Association, and AMWI, that is Association of Medical Women in India, is a branch and affiliated with the this MWIA. So all our activities are reported to and that is how I tell all my chapters, all my branches, do good work. You are immediately at the world level, and our MWIA is affiliated to WHO, affiliated to United UNO, then affiliated to the World Bank. 3-4 international organizations we are already affiliated. So your work is through India, it is going directly to the MWI. So it is a wonderful organization. And the formation, this Dr. Puri has said very correctly, the formation has started in 1880, before the association was formed, when there were no medical women in India. And the Parda system was very, very strict. In 1885, as I mentioned, the Countess of Dufferin Fund was created. And I was so lucky. Whatever hospital I was posted, it was Dufferin Hospital in Amravati. Many people will know. It is now 500. I was superintendent of it was for the women, of the women and by the women. मुझे सब लोग बोलते थे कि भाई ये women का क्या चक्कर है, क्योंकि नए लोगों को मालूम नहीं था. तो मैंने बोला वार्ड बाय छोड़ के everybody is women there, because no male doctors were allowed till now in the Kama hospital also. The condition was only female doctors will work. So I was lucky to work in Kama and Elbless Hospital as a superintendent, Dufferin Hospital, Amravati as a superintendent, and Akola Lady Harding Hospital. So, and I know thoroughly how the fund was created, why it was created, how they were bringing only women doctors to head this hospital, and all the staff was only women doctors. And that is how we learned very difficult obstetrics, because we were heading there, we were handling all the obstetric emergency, and posting of doctors were also female, no male doctor was posted. So I think it is the Dufferin Fund done a great major role in upbringing and creating women doctors all over India. If the fund was not there, it would have been very difficult for the hospital, because other male hospitals, they were not allowed to practice and to be the student of medicine. Women and children working condition of the hospital was very poor. So what happened is, after this fund was created by the Lady Dufferin, a few courageous women doctors got together, because they were all the time like how Gurgaon they have got together. We have to help Mandakini. We have to have this chapter of Association of Medical Women. Courageous doctors got together and they formed the association in Kama Hospital in 1907. And it is a great legacy. You can see on the walls all those ladies and president's photograph. First few women doctors were very brave, dynamic ladies whose life stories are a very great source of inspiration. They ventured into the field. We did not welcome them. They were not welcome at all by the male colleagues. They were hostile. They fought the social customs, etc. And you can see I like this photograph so much. The motto of the AMWI, Ragini asked me what is exactly the motto. This is the motto of AMWI Association, is selflessly doing the devotion with sincerity. Duty and devotion is the motto. You can see the photograph of the Queen Victoria, who sent the women doctors to set up the Kama hospital. Because when the 1886, she created the fund, and then they bought the plot and all was donated, and they started the Kama hospital. So it was coming from the fund of, Queen Victoria. Here again, wonderful, like Dr. Manjupuri said, it is older than the, madam, आपके लिए है ये. This is Foxy से कहीं ज़्यादा old है. So this Dada Bhai was the president of Association Medical Women of India. She was invited by the Foxy. She was invited by the Foxy to become the president, because she was the only woman who was already a president of one organization, that is AMWI, and she was quite knowledgeable about the organization, their function, and she was invited by the Foxy to become the first president of Foxy. So she was first president of Association of Medical Women, and then after invitation she went to the Foxy to teach them how to run the organization. It was not vice versa, madam. So it is such a great legacy, and I'm very proud that I also became the superintendent of Kama Hospital, and now the president of AMWI. So I really owe all the growth of AMWI to such ladies who have sacrificed their life. Then Dr. Jairusa Girard was another very, eminent AMWI president, who started journals, who started all the literature related to AMWI, and she was invited by the Jogi. Now it is Jogi Journal of India of Foxy, but she was invited to write articles, publish, and these two prominent women from the AMWI were invited by the Foxy to help them. So you can imagine that the history, the legacy, what has been created by our own, previous founder presidents, and we should be very proud of it, not the vice versa. So Queen Victoria sent women doctors in India in 1886 to set up the Kama hospital, and then first 5 presidents. That time there were no Indian doctors. So first 5 presidents of our Association of Medical Women were the British doctors. In 1937, first lady doctor became the president, that is a Dosi Bai Dadabai. So now you can really correlate how, great, and we have a great history and the legacy, and it's very fascinating. The first president was Annie Benson, a British woman doctor who was the superintendent of Kama Hospital. She was there, the first. And then it started the branches. So initially the branches which were made was of Mumbai, of course. West Bengal is a Kolkata, and we have a Nagpur branch now. And again, I want to inform you that West Bengal is doing so well, because that time they started the mission hospital, and the mission hospital is run by our organization. Very rarely you can see IMA, Foxy, you can see so many, but the hospital is not run by the organization. You can see those lady, 84-year, 86-year, Dr. Bulbul Chaudhary, they are selflessly running the hospital, running here for registration. Just now today, I got a call, Mandakini, please help us in that government registration, renewing of the hospital. See how much they are doing. Association is running the hospital, mission hospital in Kolkata. Then since its inception, Association of Medical Women has to improve the condition of women in India. 1914 Women's Medical Service. Here again a very great history. You all are aware what is IAS officer, Indian Administrative Services. You are aware of the Indian Police Services. Here you can see British people, the ICS, that time Indian, civil services. So those time, how forward were the Britisher? For the women, I'm telling that 1914 they served the WMS services, that is known as Women Medical Services, on the rank of the IAS officers. They were sitting like structure like Mantralaya in the power, making policy. And unfortunately, in the after our this independence, what happens to the women's cadre? Unique opportunity for women to work in organized. And this service was disabled after our independence. You can see. I mean, I was so proud that if it would have been continued, we would have been different level altogether. Making policies, giving fund, giving the GDP, everything would have been with us. The Britishers were so forward. Then the 1916, again, very great landmark, that 1916 Lady Hardinge Medical College was founded by the AMWI, staffed entirely by women. And then it was handed over to the government in 1909. So this is a Lady Hardinge that time when the AMWI constructed and given it to the government. Then Queen Victoria sent a few women doctors in 1886. See, our Kama Hospital 170 or some, old. And fortunately, I went for some function 10 days back. So I just saw the Kama's, this thing, statue. I said, this person, this dignitary has donated a big amount and a place, the plot which is next to the VT by this Kama. And that is how it is known as Kama and Elbless Hospital. Now the association's notable work, that time public health was very important because infections were there. Social hygiene, family planning, PPH, and venereal diseases were very common. So our association started working in that time, whatever was needed. And Diamond Jubilee, 75 years completion, that time a cancer detection center at Kama Hospital, which is still running very well and very much progressed, established in 1968. And in Calcutta, the donation of NRI member, we have NRI members also, has been started by the McDonald. So such a great history of our donation and, other starting founder member. Then we have Dr. Jerusha Girard. She has, she was born in Mysore and she has graduated from Grand Medical College and MD from England. And she was in charge of the, superintendent of the hospital. And so this is a Kama hospital. Here was my office. And, it's a very big hospital. We are doing continuously, camps and all these things. And you can see a beautiful chart there. I got a photograph. This Annie Benson, A. Scott, McPella, Balfour, and Ruth Young, they were the 5 presidents of Association Medical Women of India. And the period was not 7 to 18. Whosoever was willing was a superintendent, was a president. Because there should be willingness also to do such a hard work. And the first was Dadabhai, this Tojibai was the first women Indian doctor, Girard, Soman, Katechur, you can see. And now I'm extremely Dina Patel, Fernandez, Usha Saraya, Arti Basu, Vandana Valvekar. And now you can see I am the 28th president of Association of Medical Women of India. So it's a really privilege. Now we created different orations. What are the activities? We created orations, we created cytology, training centers, and ADPT, he was also there in 1845. And this is a historical photograph. When I was the Mumbai president, I was the Mumbai president in 2007, that time we have celebrated the 100 years of our association. And there was this program was held in the Raj Bhavan. You can see here, S.M. Krishna was the Raj Bhavan, and all the ministries and government secretaries and everyone was there. And this was a beautiful souvenir which was brought by me as a president of the Mumbai branch. And we can share it, the soft copy with you. It's a wonderful history of each and every doctor, what they did too. So now coming back to the aims and objective, AMWI promotes the professional fellowship amongst its members and interest of the women. It promotes the advancement, research, medical in allied sciences. So that is how we are all pathies and all the faculties of the medicine are our members. AMWI is deep rooted in promoting education, healthcare of the community. Then the domain of the public health include awareness of prevention of infectious diseases, collaboration. You can have as a chapter, you can collaborate with local IMA, Foxy, other ISOPAR, whatever you can collaborate with government. So it has got wide scope for your activities so that so this is a beautiful Kama and Elbless hospital. And now we have a great legacy of past president. We have created the milestones. And now coming to when I took over, so in the gracious presence of all the secretaries there, Mantralaya and, finance secretaries, and it was a very grand program. When I took over as a president of Association of Medical Women of India, And you can see my secretary here. My secretary is Varda Khadilkar, treasurer is Dr. Sarita Phalera, and 2 vice presidents are there. And now coming to the chapters, what exactly is, why the chapters are created and what they are supposed to do. So the chapters now, till now we have Kolhapur, Nasik, Paratwada, Ujjain, Sholapur, Gwalior, Bhubaneswar, and now our Gurgaon. They are the main chapters now. And to conduct the academic and social activity, you can conduct camp, pediatric camp, refractory camp, anesthesia related, lifestyle diseases, propagate the aims and objective of the AMWI. You should be very particular about whatever aims I'm going to send you the mail, and you should be, sticking to the aims and objective of the AMWI. There should not be any kind of political agenda, which we see that, we do the pure work. Then mentor and hand-holding of the young doctors. Then have a theme of the, now I'm going to tell you the theme. Last 3-4 slides are there. What is the theme? You have to work on the theme also. And to attend the conferences, we are having a Central Asia conference in Bangkok. Every 3rd year we have foreign conferences. And also we are going to have in Egypt. Our international conference is in Egypt. So I really invite all of you as a national delegation. India has got very good reputation at this, at the international level. So all of you join to attend these conferences. They are different from other conferences. They really, really mean the work for the women, and they are very unique, I can say. To attend the conferences, to attend the international conferences, to work in the research, make more members. Each one make 10 at least. So everywhere AMWI can be visible, and really you will have many hands to work. Then we have planned the activities as per the theme of the triennium, work, the duty and devotion. They must be the member of AMWI. So these are the, and detail also instruction I will be giving. These are our branches. This is a hospital certificate of the West Bengal, which AMWI is running. I mean, it's really creditable. Then Mumbai branch, cytology clinic, they are doing extremely well. Nagpur also. And Golden Jubilee Award for the young scientists. I'm going to share everything with you. I'm just nutshell, I'm telling you. Those who are young, less than 40, 45, they can apply for the Golden Jubilee Awards. Last year we have given 2 awards. And you can see the conferences now. Medical Women International Association headquarters is at the New York. And this Lovejoy was the first president of the organization, and we have celebrated centenary in 2019 in New York. And this is important, that we are affiliated to the international organization UNICEF. Then we are affiliated with the World Medical Assembly. Then we are affiliated with the Economic and Social Council, and also with the this UN headquarters. We always go on the 10th March for celebrating the International Women's Day. Then I was really privileged that I was installed as the vice president of this organization. I have already held the post for the 3 years. This was my installation at New York. And very, very privileged to be the international vice president. And you can see big delegation always go. Then New York 2019, we all went, and this is a Roosevelt. He is the son of the, the President Roosevelt. And, many dignitaries we met in the United Nations. We spoke for 5 minutes there. We were given the time. And every international conferences, we give this oration to a dignitaries or a woman who has done extensive work in the field of women's health. This is Association Medical. This is and you can see various photos. This is Vienna. This is a photograph in the Vienna. They were asking all the delegates to dance, and I also took the chance to dance also. Then I was holding the post of the Central Asia Vice President. That time I had this beautiful, I think Ragini was the Vice President that time. Ragini, if you remember.
Yes.
Simultaneously, I was the Vice President of International Organization of AMWI. And this big conference was there, eradication of the domestic violence, enhancing the skill, safety, lifestyle disease women. And it was 3,500 members, but COVID was there. Ragini, COVID was there, so we were online. And it was wonderful conference we could do. Now the Bangkok, this is a Bangkok and India share the 50-50% Central Asia. So now That time the conference was with India. Now the conference is with the Bangkok. So please do join this international conference. You can see India wale here, such a big delegation. Even though I made Dr. Sariya also to dance on the India Day. It's beautiful, and India was everywhere in that international congress. So we did a Indian dance also. And this is a very important. Leslie Regan, all the top doctors, they are all our members. And she treats us whenever I call her, immediately she responds there because she's basically for the women doctors. And this was 100 years of the British Medical Women Association. They done a very good. It was in 2017 they completed the 100 years. And then we attend the World Health Assembly. We attend the WHO. This thing we are invited there. Dr. Usha Saraya, myself, we have been visiting the WHO. Whenever there are meetings, we do attend. And then we made a small film, which I'm going to show, share with you. Myself and Dr. Usha Saraya, the 100 glorious years of AMWI. And it was shown in the New York and it was very well appreciated. So this is International Congress, will be in the Egypt now this year. Next year will be Egypt. So do join. And in last year it was in Taiwan when there was just tapering of the our COVID. So I was attending as a Central Asia Vice President, and you can see the Congress photographs here. And we are invited for the talks. Ragini, this time we are giving talk to Ragini in the international conference, and congratulations, Ragini. I have already forwarded your name.
Thank you, madam.
Yeah, and you can see my theme. Now you have to work, your chapter will work around the theme of the president, that is equip, educate and empower. And now because I am forming chapters all over India, I have taken it on me, and I'm dreaming that AMWI will be everywhere because so many women are coming. They're telling me, हमें तो मालूम ही नहीं था मैडम, हमको तो बिल्कुल मालूम ही नहीं था. So I am reforming, I am rejuvenating, and I am revitalizing the chapters and the AMWI through so many friends and members which are becoming, every day I'm receiving so many forms, big forms. So on these lines, you will have to work around this. This covers everything. Increase the member across the country, existing branches to be increased, collaborate, conferences. We will be having 3 major conferences, and I will ask Gurgaon chapter to arrange one conference also. Ragini, are you ready? Under CSR.
अभी नहीं.
अभी नहीं. Are you ready? मतलब आपको vision तो होना पड़ेगा ना. Collaboration, coordination, government. All these things are already I said. So this is my vision. Hold the certificate courses, start the educational activities, and बहुत important बात आपके काम की है. We want young members. Young members means just 45 below, so that we have this wing, which is an independent wing of the AMWI, where young doctors are coming together. They are having separate. I want names of the young doctors from your chapter. And I already have this Young Women Association, young wing of the AMWI.
मैडम हमारी तो पूरी MB यंग है, हमारी तो सारी लड़कियां 40 के नीचे हैं.
नहीं बस बहुत ही बढ़िया है. आपको 40 में रहने दो उनको. तो we will have to include. That is what I'm trying to tell you, that they will be in the simultaneously they will be in the Young Women Forum of AMWI to have the committees. We already have committees. I will give you the this thing. You can join those committee which are there, and it is a very good platform for all the activities. PPH, NCD, family welfare, adolescent health, all these committees are already there. And formation of the chapter is my dream, and really dream is coming true because of you people there out in the Haryana, Punjab, everywhere people are coming forward. Madam, unko banna hai, madam, and they are finding something very good activity, and they don't want to be part of the politics. They really want to do something good work without this. So I think we really admire their initiative, and these are the certificate courses we have already planned. And so with this, all the affiliations and all the members, we really look forward to take out the legacy which I have already shown the to the next level. And still, I want to say that women are not dying because of a disease we cannot treat. They are dying because the societies are yet to make the decision that their life over. So with this, I will always remember, because still the maternal mortality is there. Still, there's so much is to be done. And let us become a part of this, big organization and achieve the goals. So thank you very much for patient listening. And whatever queries will be there, I will try to make it, give the answer whenever possible. So thank you very much.
Ma'am, I must say that it was a I'm really stunned and surprised to know that such an organization was existing, which is doing such a great work. Amazing, ma'am. And we promise you and assure you that we will definitely bring more members and do a lot of
Because you
work.
yourself will be so much excited because nobody brought this history. मैं बोलती थी ना, तो गुदड़ी में लाल या हीरा पूरा दबा हुआ था. और फिर जब मैंने कहा कि अरे मैडम सरैया से बात किया कि अरे what are we doing? There are so many women all over. Everybody should come in, and then we started. So thank you very much. I think you are really doing a great job already. So
Welcome, Mitra.
Continue the program.
इसका आवाज कैसे बढ़ाना?
Ragini.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, Dr. Mandakini, for the wonderful talk. I think we all are extremely motivated and we have the josh to now, continue the legacy forward. Now moving on to the next session, I'm honored to introduce our esteemed chairpersons for the next session, which is I Earn, I Manage, Understanding Finance. Dr. Saroj Kumar, obstetrician and gynecologist. She is the co-convener of AMWI Gurgaon, director of Swastik Maternity Center, treasurer of Haryana Association of Obs and Gynae, secretary of Gurgaon Menopause Society, and past secretary Gurgaon Obs and Gynae Society. Please join me in welcoming Dr. Saroj Kumar. I also have the pleasure to introduce Dr. Sweety Agarwal, our co-chair for the session. She is a founding member of the AMWI Gurgaon chapter and endocrinologist from AIMS New Delhi. She is a consultant endocrinologist at Fortis Memorial Research Institute in Gurgaon and Cloud9 Hospital, Gurgaon. Welcome you, Dr. Sweety Agarwal. I now hand over the talk to the chairpersons to please carry forward the session and introduce our speaker. Thank you.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Dr. Saroj Kumar, and I'm very, very happy and congratulations to Dr. Mandakini Meg and Dr. Ragini Agarwal. Frankly speaking, मुझे बिल्कुल भी अवेयरनेस नहीं था इस तरह की सोसाइटी, इंटरनेशनल सोसाइटी एंड सोसाइटी इन इंडिया. डॉक्टर रागनी ही हैं जो हम सब लोगों को बहुत मोटिवेट करती हैं. शी इज द inspiration of our society. Now I would like, and it's my privilege to introduce Dr. Anil Kaur. So Dr. Anil Kaur is HOD Obs and Gynae Care, Nampally, Hyderabad. In practice, she's in practice since 1978. She's keeping interest in teaching, administration, finance, management, and guiding youngsters. Various hobbies also. Am I audible? Hospital
Yes,
administration,
yes.
tracking, traveling, writing, secretarial services, stores management, law, legal aid, medico-legal advisor, and list of long and long. Welcome, Dr. Anil Kaur, and hand over to Dr. Anil Kaur, ma'am.
Thank you for introducing me. It's my privilege to be here in this gathering today to give a talk in your inaugural session. First of all, let me congratulate Dr. Ragini for bringing up a chapter close to the capital, close to the happenings of the parliament and the government, where you can influence a lot of people. I congratulate all the co-conveners and all the members who have joined, I believe at a very short notice, to get this chapter together. Kudos, Dr. Mandakini. You are a dynamo. You have sort of set into motion a large perception, which is going to be very, very enthusiastic for all the women doctors because, as you said, there is no women's medical service, and there is, as Ragini pointed out, there is no women's wing even in the IMA, though more than 60% of the doctors in the country.
ओ नहीं मैडम आपने मेरे को गलत समझा। मैंने ये बोला कि आईएमए को कोई हक नहीं था एक वुमेन विंग बनाने का। दे हैव डन अ वेरी रॉन्ग इंसल्ट टू ऑल ऑफ अस। आवर एजुकेशन हैज क्वेश्चनड एंड द बिगेस्ट जेंडर inequality is done by the IMA to make a women wing. Women wing is an insult to our education, but a women association is appreciated.
But that is, ours is very,
Yes. Our association is appreciated, but IMA should not have a woman wing.
Yeah.
That is an insult to all of us.
Yeah.
I never agree with the IMA for that.
You are the convener, and your word holds good against mine anyway. So let's skip that. Let's come to the next point. Next, let me say that I'm delighted to be here. Just, I think 15 days back, I had given the same talk. It's going to be a repetition for many at the inauguration of the Gwalior chapter at the invitation of convener Dr. Shashibala Bhosle. And I hope I can do justice to a topic which is very close to my heart, and I wish it would be close to everybody's heart. Of course, there are a lot of seniors and a lot of women who have been in the profession and managing their finances. Probably this may be a little redundant for them, but as Dr. Mandakini pointed out, a lot of youngsters, I hope I can motivate a few of the youngsters here to manage their finances as they manage their patients and their other networking skills. As about AWMI, it is going to...
AWMI. AMWI.
So that it will encourage a lot of networking. It will give a lot of support to other specialities who are few and far between, who are not a very organized sector, unlike OBGYN. There'll be a lot of knowledge exchange, and there will be a lot of recognition coming in for the youngsters who join the organization from different specialities. Now let's get back to my talk. I earn, I manage.
I just want to say one thing. You are also, I'm also privileged to invite you as a AMWI president. On my last lecture was, let me tell you about the Anil. Last lecture was so fantastic. There is a huge demand coming because whenever there is any inauguration, one topic of the finance, and I can think only about the Anil. She gave us such a beautiful. So you are invited by me also, not only chapter convener. And please keep that spirit up and keep the finances of our youngster also in a very good condition and help them about it. And she is a financial advisor for the AMWI.
Oh, that's a big honor.
I appointed her for.
So Dr. Mandakini, let me read out my title. I earn, I manage. What do I earn? Yes, I earn accolades, but I also earn money. And what am I managing? Asking you to manage is manage your money. So try to understand finance. There's a little line at the bottom. I'm a doctor. So you can interpret it in two ways. I'm not a finance person, so I'm not going to give a great lecture on finance. I'm not really an expert on it. I am a doctor, but still I know about finance. So give me credit for that. I'm Dr. Anil Kaur, and here I start my talk with Jai Shri Ram. Jai Shri Ram, namaste to everybody. Again, Jai Shri Ram. Ram karta, Ram dharta, Ram data, Ram vidata. राम ने आपको सब कुछ दिया, राम ने आपको यहाँ तक लाया, राम ने आपको धन भी दिया, दौलत भी दिया, मगर राम ने कहा संभालना तुम्हें सीखना पड़ेगा। मैंने तो सब दे दिया, संभालो तो आप। So what is finance? Somebody will have to show the slides on the screen. I'm sorry, I'm from my mobile phone. I think last time Dr. Amit had done it. Anybody showing the slides? Hello?
है अभी?
हाँ, मैंने प्रेजेंटेशन भेज दिया था सुबह में।
सोनिका, जब डॉक्टर अमित को फोन करो। सोनिका?
ओके मैम।
हाँ, डॉक्टर अमित को फोन करो, जरा स्लाइड दिखाएंगे। मैडम आप बोलते जाओ, हम सुनते जा रहे हैं।
अच्छा, so let's just define finance. Finance is the activity of managing money. It's not an art. It is a science by itself, but yes, for us doctors, the activity of managing our money is what we will term as finance. If you look into textbooks, you'll find hundreds of definitions. People have written thesis on this word and on finance. But for us, basically, doctors, what is money and how to manage money? What is it that you earn when you work? When you earn money. Why do you earn money? Because money is the only basis of exchange for anything in the world. And a little history behind the paper money, which is now very much into vogue. It has come into India in 1861, not very much before AMWI, Dr. Mandakini. So first 10 rupee note was printed somewhere in 1867 in the government press. And after that, 2 rupees notes, 5 rupees notes. This was in line with conforming to international standards where currency was being converted into paper. And that paper which the government printed had a value which they equated to their reserves in gold. So if a government had this much gold, they could print this much money. And depending on the requirement of the market, they would print their notes, which would be 2 rupees, 5 rupees. Around 1970, I remember Dr. Morarji Desai, who was then our president, prime minister, sorry, he had introduced 5,000 rupees notes. But they were soon removed from the market because people did not know how to spend 5,000 rupees at that time. It was too large a currency, so they had to withdraw it. Money is the value which is given to your printed paper. That is what we call currency, and that is what we call money. Now, how do you earn money? Can we move the slides? Next. 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 So, what is it that you earn? You earn money. And next, this slide, I must take a little time to it. How do you earn money? There are so many ways of earning money. You provide a service, you sell a good, you get a return on your investment, you get a gift from somebody, or you get an inheritance. That is how you're going to earn your money. But let's focus on the doctor. Next slide, please. And that too, especially on a lady doctor. How does a lady doctor, that is my focus today, how does a lady doctor earn money? She earns money by providing a service. Now, what goes into providing the service? Next slide, please. What have you done to give a service which will give you money in exchange is you have got an education, you have developed a skill, you have management skills with your patients, and you have good interpersonal relations. That is where the value of a doctor lies, and if she utilizing those values, she earns money. So what goes into earning money is going to be the time she has spent with the patient, the time she has spent on her education, the sacrifices she has made for her personal life. We often can equate our earning to that, and the stress of responsibility, which is a huge responsibility. But only taking all these factors, when you utilize these factors, what you earn in return is going to be cash or money. Next, how do you understand your self-worth? So recollecting the last slide, how much time have you spent on each of those factors, and how do you value those factors? That is how you're going to value your self-worth. I'm not equating your self-worth to a fees. I'm not equating your self-worth to your bank balance, but I'm equating your self-service to understanding what is your worth. This is your worth, and this is what you're going to encash in, and this is how you're going to earn your money. Now, let me put a little slide over here. Next one. Yes. So what do we see over here? It's a nice, handsome looking bag. And I have deliberately removed the label because I want you to think what that bag implies for you, or what that purse implies for you. We'll continue it in the next part of the talk. Next slide, please. So we were looking at a bag with a lot of value, status symbol, fashion, and looking a feel good factor, looking at a quality of life when you're carrying around an expensive bag. But this slide I have shown, deliberately shown 3 purses or 4 purses maybe, because that is the way most of the women are managing their money. They keep they earn, put it in the bag, take it out, spend. If they're very wise, they would divide it into 4 or 5 different bags, one for the market, one for the children, one for the movies, one for shopping, and one for going to the temple or going on a holiday. Next slide, please. So how do we earn our money? Money kept in the bag is not going to give you any value in the long run, because there is a word attached to money, which is called depreciation. If today you have 100 rupees, or let's say 1,000 rupees in your bag, if you open your bag after 5 years, that 1,000 rupees is not going to have a value which you have put on it 5 years back. It is going to have diminished in value, because that is how the world finance works. There is depreciation of the currency. Though you may be having an appreciation of your status, but there's a depreciation of money, cash. So you don't keep a money in a bag, because that is not going to fetch you any returns. In fact, it is going to diminish in value, and nobody likes the money to diminish in value. We all like things to grow. So the right way to learn how to manage your money is to start early. Start with the first salary or the first income you get out of your nursing home or your practice, and start it right. Learn it by handling the money, and learn it by listening to people who are already your well-wishers and must have taught you. The first teachers are your parents. You must have seen your parents doing money management on home. Some parents had a very simple management, because that was the simple earning we had 50, 60 years back. It went into food and clothing and education and nothing, but still they managed their money. So start right, start simple, start with plus, minus, and the last column, profit and loss. Plus is what you earned, minus is what you spent, and the last column, just stay at the previous slide, please. And the last column is going to be what is going to come from the plus or minus. Is it going to be a profit, or is it going to be a loss? That means, have you saved some money, or have you created a debt for yourself, which you have to pay in the next month? This is called a budget. So you will learn how to budget your finances if you have just 3 columns in your diary, which is entry, what has come in, what has gone out, and what is left. What is left is going to be your profit, because I know no doctor in this country is ever going into a loss unless she's sitting in the clinic and gambling. Next slide, please. There are simple charts available for doing your budgeting. This is a little complicated, but there are very simple charts available. It doesn't take you long to learn a chart. It is easy to learn. But the thing is that you have to be regular in it. You have to be dedicated to it. And you have to take it as part of your job, and not as a weekend hobby or a month-end fix. You're definitely going to forget what you're supposed to write over there. Next slide, please. So having defined that I am earning and I made a profit, now I earned it, I must learn how to manage it, because managing your money gives you comfort, it gives you power, and gives you control. The next slide, I've just put it as a pointer to the stock market, which is the bull is used as a symbol in front of the stock market. Why bull? Because the bull is meant to push up the value of your money. And that is what you should learn how to do. Push up the value of the money which you have. Next slide, please. So the step 2 in managing your money is finance. Finance is how you are utilizing. That is how I defined it. How you use your money. You have to broadly categorize your finance into 3 categories: essentials, probables, and improbables. There are a lot of headings and definitions available in books. In fact, these books, even children's books, are, 10th class, 12th class accounts book also give these. But I've deliberately labeled them as essentials, probables, and improbables. We'll come to that a little later. Just skip the next slide and go to the next one, essentials. So what are the essentials for which you unavoidable? You have to incur those expenses. Those are going to be your day-to-day living, your food, your groceries, your electricity bill, your servants, the salaries, your driver's salary, your petrol, and whatnot. These nobody can avoid in this era. Everybody has to do that. Everybody has to eat. Everybody has to dress up, and the children have to go to school, so they have to be educated. Also budgeting, we forget that we have some very, very important, as working women, we have some very, very important expenses which are essential, but they don't come in every month. So you have to factor in those expensive expenses. Be smart, divide it into 12 months and save a little for it every month, or save it out of your gross savings at the end of the year. So you have to subtract it from your profit, because this is what you're essentially going to pay. If these annual expenses are tax. If you have earned 10 rupees, you are going to pay tax. If you have earned 10 lakh rupees, you're going to pay tax. Every working person has a income tax return and a PAN number, and you cannot hide your income, and neither can you hide your expenses these days. So be smart, don't hide anything. Next is insurance. In insurance, it's a life insurance is an option for you. You can change the value of it, but it is a feel-good investment for you and your family. So you have a lot of products to choose from for your insurance, but make sure that everybody in the family is insured, beginning from, I think they allow insurance from the age of 8 years. So get your children also insured. Budget your expense towards that. Second is medical insurance, or what we call as health insurance. Health insurance is a must. Again, at the age of 16, you can start, or you can start as soon as you start working. And the advantage of starting early or medical insurance is that your premium is low when you start, and you can go on increasing the premium by steps, so that by the time you're 40 and you're exposed to the age where you may get diseases like cancer and diabetes and meet with accidents and all that, this you'll have enough as a premium, as a insurance to pay for your medical expenses without putting dipping into your savings. Another insurance which I have forgotten to write specifically is your indemnity insurance. No doctor works without an indemnity insurance. If you're a surgeon, your insurance is higher, because we are in an era of medical legal cases, and by and large, left, right, and center, you're going to be put in your lifetime, at least once you're going to face a medical legal case. So be prepared for that. Budget yourself as an essential for your indemnity insurance as well. Next comes retirement. If you are earning 1,000 rupees, can I go back to the last slide before this? Yes. So this is the rule of 50, 30, and 20 for budgeting your expenses. 50 is essentials, 30 is non-essentials, and 20 is savings. So in this 30%, which we say non-essential, it may sound non-essential when you are very young, but after a certain level of income has increased, please save towards your retirement. A drop, every drop saved is going to multiply, and it will help you when you retire. You can plan to retire early if you have enough savings. Otherwise, the pressure of working till you die is going to be there on you. And if you are smart, your retirement may be more suhana than your working years, because you have made a good stash for yourself and you are going to enjoy it. So do factor in retirement as an essential expenditure. Next slide, please. Next. Now, next, please. Yeah, yes. Okay, stop there. Previous one. So what are the probables? Now the probables will be higher education. Why did I specify higher education? Every professional in his professional life after 10 years has to upgrade his skills, upgrade his services, understand the subject anew, go to some courses, pay heavily for the courses. You may want to change track of your career. You may want to become a management person. You may want to become a finance person. You may just want to become a consultant in running hospitals. But for that you need an education. They cost a lot. If you have factored it in earlier and made provision for that, then you are comfortable in doing it. And also you may require to spare some money for your children's higher education, because especially in India, the children really don't start earning as soon as they have a degree. Next is a car. Car is probable because one car may be good for some, but a car every 3 years is good for some. And, you know, fancy car is a passion which you might want to indulge. So keep yourself budgeted for that. Holidays are another thing which you need to take for yourself and for your family. A house, farm, these are all probables. They become essentials in the long run, but at the beginning of your career, they sound like probables. So factor in for these expenses which are going to come later, and they may be included by increasing your savings to help you purchase these probables. Next slide, please. Let me highlight the last term over here, charity. Why have I put charity over here? As doctors, you are the cream of society. People look up to you. People expect a lot from you. Of course, sometimes, most of the time, services is what they get, but they do expect you to to families, to your friends, your neighbors, your relatives who are not very well off, and to orphanages and, ladies' organizations where destitute women are there. There are so many charities, and definitely everybody turns to a doctor first to ask for charity. Then they think of other professionals, though nowadays the other professionals have much more income than us, but still doctor is looked up to, and don't deprive them of a gift from you as a charity. And it will also be good for your own mental makeup, for your own spiritual growth. I must add that charity is very much part of your expenses. Next slide is improbables. Improbables is an investment in business or investment in fancy cars, in art, in some limited partnerships, in bitcoins these days. These are improbables, but because it may catch your fancy and it is the fashion, you may feel like investing in some of these instruments. Next. So let us come to brass tacks. How do we manage our 50, 30, 20 expenses? First of all, you have to have a spreadsheet which says income, expense, and profit. And then at the end of the year or end of a month, you make a summary, you know where you stand. The advantage of making a budget like this is you know where to cut your expenses, you know where to put in more money, you know how to limit your expenses. Don't indulge in your children too much. You have a spreadsheet in front of you, you can point it out to the children that their expenses on luxuries and outside expenses like Swiggy, movies, and all is going overboard. So if you have a fixed number in front of you, you can handle it better. Next. So now after our income, we are left with a profit. Now, managing your profit is what the doctors don't know. How do you manage a profit? Again, don't put it in bags, don't put it in sacks, don't hide it in flower pots, don't put it in the attic. It is not going to fetch you anything. If not anything, it may just fetch you an income tax raid and you may lose everything plus pay a penalty on it. But here, most of the doctors would need help because we are not professionals. It would be just interesting to know what kind of instruments are available for you to manage your profit. Any money instruments other than cash is called a money instrument. It is called a finance instrument. It may be a draft, it may be a bond, it may be a share. These are all finance instruments, and they are not, because they are not related to any other valued money, which is property or car or anything. It is still cash, but it is made in the form of, again, a paper note, which is called a finance instrument. Next. Next slide, please. Finance instruments are many available in the market. I would suggest to people who are starting early in their life with just learning how to handle their money. One point I want to make over here, I earn, I manage. what does it give you in the long run? It gives you a lot of power and it gives you a lot of satisfaction to handle your own money. And unless you learn these things, unless you understand these things, you're going to be at sea. The only thing you're going to do is bring in the money, hand it over to somebody, maybe your father, your brother, your husband, or these days you have finance managers. You just pick up your basket of money, hand it over to them and say, you manage it for me. What do you get out of it? In the end, and you would be asking them, do I have money to buy a Louis Vuitton bag? Do I have money to buy a new car? No, that is not what you're earning for. You're intelligent, intellectual people reaching heights of education, teaching other people, role models. It would be very sad if you don't know how to manage your money. So the youngsters can start first by banks. Everybody knows how to write a check. Everybody knows how to write a passbook. But believe me, sometimes it becomes hard to read a passbook also. So learn how to read your passbook where you have your credits and debits, understand them. Understand how to read each line of entry in your passbook, which tells you where this money came from. Did you get an interest? Did you get a refund from the income tax department? Did you earn some value from something that you sold, or did somebody give you a gift? So there is always be a line in a passbook which will reiterate from where you got your money, and it will help you in the long run. So banks are very, very safe. 90% of the public uses financial instruments of the bank. They are fixed deposits, recurrent deposits, long-term deposits, short-term deposits, and any type of accounts. You can tailor it after understanding what is the meaning of a long-term deposit, short-term deposit, and how easy it is for you to move from one instrument to the other by understanding your requirement. If you don't have a requirement for the money you have saved, you have no plan. You save 1 lakh of rupees, but you have no plan what you want to do with that money. Put it in a long-term fixed deposit. You can draw it at any time. Banks are the easiest organizations to keep your money. You put it when you want, you take it out when you want. Other organizations are not so flexible and they're expensive to run your money. Next, let us come superficially to shares. Share is a very feel-good feeling of ownership of a company, of a large company. You may feel good saying that you're an owner of Tata Sons or Tata Motors or L&T or Geo because you bought some part of the shares. So you feel good, and shares give you a return much more than what banks ever give you. Of course, it depends on the season of the market. If the markets are going good, they will give you more. If the markets are going bad, you may also lose whatever you have earned. So your appetite for shares is your how you can handle risk without stratifying your health, and how you understand shares and how alert you are to it. Of course, again, shares, these are all very, very big topics. I'm just touching superficially on them. So shares is one option. Let's come to mutual funds. Mutual funds are also shares, but here you are not buying the shares. Somebody is buying the shares. They're putting it in a basket. They're putting in a basket which says pharma shares or motor shares or banking shares. So, and many, many other, I think there are thousands of mutual funds available in the market. It is your just a feel good that you're a shareholder, but please remember the disclaimer which comes with every mutual fund. Mutual funds are subject to market risks. Most of the people, including doctors, think mutual fund बहुत safe है, उसमें पैसे डाल दिए, fixed deposit से ज़्यादा पैसे आते हैं. But they fail to realize when the market falls, your value of your mutual fund is going to fall. And sometimes it falls so drastically that you'll be left gasping for breath. What happened to my 10 lakh rupees? It has become 2 lakh rupees. How am I going to earn it back again? So again, these are all risky investments, especially and until you have clearly mastered the art of managing your funds in your mutual funds, don't enter it. Next is bonds. Bonds are little better interest giving than fixed deposits in a bank. They are not as risky as mutual funds. They do carry a risk. So bonds are another instrument which you can invest in. Debentures, again related to the money market. Let's come to gold. Gold, they say, as an investment, what do you call an investment? Investment is what you have used cash to buy something. You have bought a financial instrument. That financial instrument is going to give you interest. It is going to give you interest, bank interest, or little more than bank interest. More than bank interest, it always carries a risk equal to bank interest as riskless. Now, gold is a commodity which is related to world finance. If the government of India today is saying that we have this much money in the Reserve Bank of India, that means I have this much cash which I can convert into notes, 1,000 rupees, 2,500. But the Reserve Bank of India has kept gold against the value of your paper currency in the vaults, and only then they can print it. So similarly for you, gold is an investment to be kept in the locker. It will appreciate as the world market goes up, it goes up. As the world market goes on, there will be little fluctuations. But because of the rarity of gold, and because gold is the treasury account of countries and World Bank, it is a valuable product. They're not expecting it to lose its value 100%. It will just fluctuate a little bit, and eventually it will grow till the governments or the international market decides to de-link down. Another thing about gold is that jewelry, gold in the form of jewelry is the worst investment. Nobody likes to sell their jewelry in terms of distress. It really gives you a very, very bad feeling. That's the worst feeling you can have. So if you want to keep gold as an investment, keep it as part of your basket, but keep it in coins or bricks so that you can sell it and convert it to money at whatever value is prevailing at that time. Next. Next slide. Yeah. So another avenue for investing your surplus. Another avenue, a previous slide, please. Previous slide, please. Yeah. Another avenue for investing your, besides financial instruments, what I just accounted in the last or listed out in the last slide, is investment of your profit into things other than cash, other than currency. That is real estate, art, antique jewelry, antique cars, you name it and you have it. These are all passion products. And if you have the money, you can invest in it. Learn how to learn. Of course, for doctors, I think other than gold, the next investment is real estate. Every doctor is running after real estate. So they have to understand it before buying it. Of art, of course, is a total passion. A value for money which you like hanging up in the wall. It may give you a status symbol, it may give you a prestige symbol, or it may just give you a feel-good feeling. Next. Next slide. So why should you learn how to manage your money? Because it gives you control over what you earn. It gives you the confidence. It gives you a pleasure beyond measure. It gives you motivation. So you have to learn how to manage. That is why you should learn how to manage your finances. The next is why me? Somebody is doing it for me. That's not the thing. I earn, I learn. Power, I have the control. I have a control not on others. I have a control on myself also. So that is why you should learn how to manage your money. Next, very important part in managing your finances. Next slide, please. Next slide, please. Next slide, please. Yeah. So now I have learned how to manage my money, but I am a social human being. I am in a family and I know that I have a responsibility. My family is my responsibility along with my spouse. And I should have a working relationship of money, which is comfortable, fair, square. It should not be that you are going to those days are gone. My and the wife, the husband's duty to raise the family, look after his responsibility, fair and you will learn how to manage your money, but you will also learn how to share your responsibility under your to be earning partner and stashing all your money, but no, you have a responsibility. It is going to be fair. You may be earning more than your spouse. Good. You put in a share which is more than your spouse. It creates the feel good feeling at home, and it is very, very then the other shared responsibility of a working relationship is plan your future. Your spouse is going to be the only person left in your future with you. The children are all going to go away. So plan a beautiful future for your husband and yourself, or your partner and yourself, and feel good about it. Next thing is, now the last thing we come to is personalize your profits. These are all the responsibilities you have executed, and still, yes, you're going to
आपका बार बार म्यूट हो रहा है बार बार.
that 1 minute. 1 second. Is it muted again?
No.
Okay, 1 minute. Somebody has been trying to call me desperately, and I'm getting finding it difficult to disconnect the call. Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Yeah. So when you divide your responsibility, I mean, you're still left with some money because you've budgeted it. Budget a personal account for your profit, from your profits for yourself, for that value of your money, that is your money, totally personal. Don't let anybody interfere into that space. You keep it, or you spend it, or you save it, or you give it away in charity, or you give it away to your sisters, your mother, your father, your dependent siblings. Do anything with it, but you should not be answerable to anybody for that, because you earned it, you kept it, and you are going to use it the way you earn it. So I'll end my talk. I hope I've not scared you from finances more than what most of the people are. I hope I could give a total view of the thing. Money is honey. Money is honey. Taste it, enjoy it, relish it, but don't spill it, because once you spill money, you cannot collect it back. Lot of it is going to stick on the table. This talk was only a confidence building activity for you all. If I can do it, you can do it. I am adding a slide in the end, which was not displayed in my last talk. This is Dr. Gurpreet Kaur from Raipur. She's a gynecologist. She started late circumstances, but she has become such a confident person. She knows how to manage her finances. She's opened a hospital, and it has made her so happy and confident that she also won a crown in one of the Miss India contests of doctors. Last slide is just to keep you all engaged in the thought. I'm sure everybody has played Candy Crush. So money is like Candy Crush. You have to just change the columns and you get a bang, you get a big profit. And sometimes you may lose that. You may lose your coin also. If you have played Candy Crush, I'm sure you can learn how to play your finances. Thank you, people, for listening to me. Thank you so much.
Thank you, ma'am, for such a nice talk. It's very helpful for all us young doctors to learn from you to manage our finances. Thanks a lot. Now, I will like to introduce Dr. Chandan Kachru. She is the founder member of this association. And before that, first of all, I'll like to say thanks to Dr. Ragini, ma'am, because she provided young doctors like us to opportunity to us to be a part of this association. So now I will like to introduce Dr. Chandan Kachru. She is consultant obs and gynae, Cloud9 Hospital and Maringo Asia Hospital, and she has masters in adolescent health. And she has done significant work in adolescent health. And I will like to introduce Dr. Lisha Kumar. She is MD Pathology from DMC Ludhiana, and she is head of Department of Lab Services at Maringo Asia Hospital. And she is also member of Delhi Society of Hematology. So I will like to forward the meeting to Dr. Chandan Kachru.
Hello, good evening, everybody, and thank you so much, Dr. Mandakini and Dr. Ragini, for including me in this prestigious group. I would like to introduce the next speaker, Dr. Manal Phatak. She is Dean, Professor and Head of the Department of Physiology, All India Institute of Medical Sciences, Nagpur, Maharashtra, and Professor and Head Physiology, Indira Gandhi. She was previously Professor and Head Physiology, Indira Gandhi Government Medical College, Nagpur. And welcome, ma'am. And she will be speaking about the lifestyle disorders in women, especially the women doctors. Over to you, ma'am.
Yeah. A very good evening. Am I audible to all?
Yes, ma'am, you are.
Yeah, okay. Thank you so much. Thank you, Dr. Mandakini Megh, ma'am, for inviting me to be a part of today's activity and giving me the honor of speaking on lifestyle medicine. It is a modality which we practice here in AIIMS Nagpur, so I would like to tell you a little bit about that. And I congratulate Dr. Ragini Agarwal for starting this branch of Association of Medical Women of India at Gurgaon. And I hope that you will take on very good academic activities as well as social activities to take the association forward. Very hearty congratulations and all the best to you, madam. So without taking much of your time, I would like to start sharing my screen. Deborah, screen share kar. PowerPoint live. Yeah. Right, sir. Is it visible to you, my screen?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. So I have made it into a slideshow. So my talk will be about lifestyle medicine for healthy life in women. We have talked about how we have achieved professionally by joining Association of Medical Women of India. Dr. Mandakini Megh has given us a very nice insight into what we can do at a professional front. Then we had a talk about how to manage our finances by Dr. Anil Kaur. So she was very explicit in telling us how we have to manage our finances and be independent. Now, I would like to talk here about how lifestyle changes in our busy schedule and with all the stresses of our academic as well as professional fronts are taking toll on our health, and how we have to manage our lifestyle so that we lead a healthy life to enjoy our finances and to enjoy our professional achievements. So I would say that a healthy lifestyle is the most potent medicine which is at your disposal. You don't need to go to any medical shop or you don't have to depend on any intervention for this. It is at your disposal. What is the need for this? In the guidelines, in many of the guidelines of non-communicable diseases or chronic diseases, this now has formed a mainstay or a first-line treatment option before adding all medications for these patients. But unfortunately, there is very little training of the physicians in clinical nutrition as well as lifestyle medicine therapeutic modalities. The medications and procedures are very insufficient to significantly alter the negative trajectory of our collective health. In spite of having first line, second line, third line of drugs at our disposal, we still have a lot of resistance and we still have the diseases growing and the diseases are catching up with the age. They're surfacing at very lower age also, and we are unable to maintain or control these diseases in spite of having the best of medicines and the best of procedures available with us. So we need to think out of the box as to what is going wrong and what can be done to improve on our health and convert it from a negative trajectory to a positive trajectory. So this is awakening the medical community and generating interest in the field of lifestyle medicine. Aim of this session is to give an introductory information on the definitions of lifestyle medicine and to give an insight about the 6 pillars which we have to work on. How lifestyle medicine delivery is influenced by the key determinants of health. How lifestyle medicine is useful in managing the diseases in women. So this is a shift from a system of disease and disability care to a care of health with a lifestyle medicine first approach. Every time a patient comes to you, the first approach should be lifestyle medicine, and then the second approach should be the therapeutics. So this strives to identify or eradicate the root cause and causes health restoration or causes a whole person health. So this is your clinical outcome goal by approaching the patient with a lifestyle medicine first approach. Now, coming to the definitions of lifestyle medicine, which have been quoted by American College of Lifestyle Medicine, this is the most accepted one. Lifestyle medicine is the use of evidence-based lifestyle therapeutic intervention. So it is evidence-based. Without evidence, you cannot implement any intervention as a therapeutic intervention in lifestyle medicine. And it includes a whole food, plant-based predominant eating, regular physical activity, restorative sleep, stress management, avoidance of risky substances, and positive social connections. So this will be the primary modality which will be delivered by clinicians who are trained and certified in this specialty. So American College of Lifestyle Medicine offers courses or certifications which even we can take from India. It's an online course, and the conferences are held in India every year where the exams are conducted. And once we give that exam, then we are certified by the American Board of Lifestyle Medicine to practice the lifestyle medicine. So we can prevent, treat, and often reverse chronic diseases. Lifestyle medicine is also defined as the application of medical, behavioral, motivational, and environmental principles to the management of lifestyle-related health problems in a clinical setting. In this, teaching self-care and self-management are important elements of lifestyle medicine. We believe in lifestyle medicine that if a doctor practices lifestyle medicine first on herself, she will be like a role model and she will be able to teach and incorporate lifestyle medicine therapeutics much better. These are the pillars of lifestyle intervention which are dealt with when a patient comes to us. So this is nutrition, physical fitness, sleep, stress management, social connectivity, and addiction control. The 6 pillars advocate that you should have a healthful eating where you have whole plant-based food, eat more plants, increase physical activity so you keep moving if you don't have time for exercise. Physical activity can do good for you. You have to incorporate it in your daily activities. You have to sleep well. It should be a restorative sleep. You have to be in the present. You have to look at the present, be happy in your present atmosphere, stay calm, and love the people around you. So these are the basics of forming a wellness grid for you on a daily basis. How does conventional medicine and lifestyle medicine differ when you apply it to the patients? Conventional medicine treats individual risk factors, whereas lifestyle medicine teaches or treats the primary, secondary, as well as the tertiary parts of the disease. Patient is often a passive recipient in conventional medicine, just has to follow the prescriptions which the physician has given. Whereas in lifestyle medicine, patient is an active partner in care. The therapeutic modalities are discussed with the patient what is feasible, what they can do, how they can progress, and at what pace they want to incorporate the lifestyle interventions in their life. Medication is often the end treatment in conventional medicine, whereas medication may be needed as an adjunct to lifestyle change when you practice lifestyle medicine. The responsibility in conventional medicine falls mostly on the clinician, whereas the responsibility of lifestyle medicine falls mostly on the patient, with the physician giving like a coach approach, motivating and trying to give adherence or trying to get adherence from the patient. Now, coming to the role of lifestyle medicine in women's health, there is a direct relation of lifestyle medicine in these parts of women's health: obesity, diabetes mellitus, hypertension, cancers, PCOS, premenstrual syndrome, menopausal symptoms, as well as burnout, depression, and anxiety. Now, coming to obesity, it has been observed that obesity has a lot of factors causing obesity. The factors which can be dealt with by lifestyle medicine are shown in white. The one in the green, they are not to be dealt with in lifestyle medicine. So, excess alcohol, inactivity and diet, stress, depression, inadequate sleep, and overeating, all of this causes obesity, leading to metabolic inflammation, resulting in insulin resistance and type 2 diabetes, many cardiovascular diseases, altered immune function, and cancers. So, this all will lead to premature death. So, if you are able to take care of the lifestyle of these patients, the obesity can be alleviated and the metabolic inflammation and subsequent diseases can be treated. Coming to the non-communicable diseases, in diabetes mellitus, the mainstay of lifestyle medicine is weight reduction, improving the glycemic status and lipid profile, and improving the insulin resistance. In hypertension, we work on the stress reduction and the cardiometabolic health. In cancer, there is chronic inflammation and oxidative stress, which leads to many lifestyle complications, resulting in proliferation of the cancer producing cells. So, if you are able to deal with the inflammatory and the oxidative stress factors by modifying the lifestyle medicine, maybe the cancer can be prevented or limited. The PCOS, improvement in pregnancy outcome is seen. Regular menses are seen in patients practicing PCOS, and the weight reduction also plays a major role. In fact, we have got about 2 or 3 patients who had come to us and they were very much adherent to the lifestyle medicine prescription which we had given to them. And within 6 months, by 4th or 5th visit of theirs, they were able to conceive. So 2 or 3 patients have conceived. Young women, young girls, 20 years, 13 years also, the menses have become regular. So we are practicing this regularly and we have seen amazing benefits in PCOS. Now, what are the recommendations of lifestyle medicine physician? Broadly, I will tell you, these are very much subject specific. So we do practice precision medicine also here, where the patient is taken independently as a person and each person is given a separate prescription. But general outlines of this prescription and recommendations are: whole food plant predominant diet with whole vegetables, fruits, beans, lentils, whole grains, nuts and seeds, and minimizing or excluding meat, eggs, and dairy. Coming to physical activity, regular physical activity is needed because it reduces the all-cause mortality rates, coronary heart disease, stroke, type 2 diabetes mellitus, and the recommendations are 150 to 300 minutes of moderate intensity activity per week, or twice weekly resistance training can be added to this, flexibility of 10 minutes 2 to 3 days a week, and exercises to improve balance 3 times a week. We believe that all these components are important to be incorporated into the exercise regime which we give. So we cannot only deal with the cardiovascular physical activity. We cannot only say that you have to have brisk walking and that is all you need. When we see in women, particularly coming to the menopausal age, resistance training also plays a very major role. Flexibility is important in older women, And balance has to be practiced right from the age of 30. That is what we believe in lifestyle medicine. Restorative sleep. Sleep deprivation negatively impacts immune system, dermatologic, muscular, nervous, reproductive, respiratory, skeletal, renal, urinary systems. So you name it, and sleep deprivation has got an effect on that system. And we as doctors, we have faced sleep deprivation so many times, where we put our patients and our duty first, and we always compromise on our sleep. Lifestyle medicine recommends that sleep between 7 to 9 hours in the night. We do not count daytime naps. They are only supposed to be like rejuvenating type of naps. So we consider 7 to 9 hours of sleep in the night is required for a healthy life. And this is the reference for that. Stress management, physical activity, yoga, mindfulness, and meditation. This can make the individuals more resilient and reduce the stress. In today's world, we have got stress, and we consider that stress is a normal phenomenon, which we in lifestyle medicine do not believe. Healthy stress, like you have an exam tomorrow and you are stressed, so you want to study more to be good in the exams, that is causing a positive change in the working of the individual, so that is okay. But any kind of stress which causes a negative impact on your health is bad, and you need to reduce it by these activities. Coming to risky substances, substance abuse such as tobacco, drugs, and alcohol are one of the leading causes of mortality and morbidity. So several approaches are being practiced to reduce or to abolish these substance abuses in patients, such as listening, counseling, connecting, and using a coach approach. Social connectedness, a very, very important pillar of lifestyle medicine, which is very much neglected. As per the American Heart Association, loneliness increases the risk of heart attack. Being socially connected improves health and well-being of a person. So a lifestyle medicine practitioner focuses on coaching the individual with positive psychology and finds a way to cope and solve problems. We have got about 2-3 patients at present who are about 16 years old, 19-year-old girls who have come to us, and they are in, say, 11th standard, 12th standard. They are not able to perform well in their studies. They are not able to talk it out with anyone in their family. They don't have any friends. They're totally isolated. They only take their mobiles and they are on the YouTube and the social media there. So the social media friends are not the friends where we call social connectedness here. We have advised them to join some hobby classes and hobbies and develop friends with like-minded people. And now they are coming out a little bit. They're opening up to us at least. And slowly we believe that they are able to make friends with people in this society and have a good social life. Coming to PCOS now, the International Evidence-Based Guideline for Assessment and Management of PCOS highlights lifestyle medicine as a primary early management strategy. So weight and lifestyle, particularly diet, physical activity, and behavioral management, forms a first line of treatment in PCOS according to these guidelines. The potential benefit of including psychological and sleep intervention along with these interventions, and also adding integrative medicine or traditional medicine approaches, causes an optimal management of PCOS. This has been published in this study. Coming to premenstrual syndrome, the health belief model education. This is one model which the American Society of Lifestyle Medicine advocates. This focuses on a healthy lifestyle by reducing the premenstrual syndrome symptoms. It is recommended to use this HBM model along with other healthcare in the schools during puberty, as it is a very easy and a low cost effective intervention for managing the premenstrual syndrome. Coming to gestational diabetes, this study has proved that the development of type 2 diabetes mellitus can be prevented or delayed by lifestyle medicine intervention in women with previous gestational diabetes mellitus. This is a feasible and very easily available intervention, and may improve the metabolic parameters among Indian women with history of gestational diabetes mellitus. Coming to cancer, the study has proved that following a 12-week lifestyle program showed a statistically significant improvement in general health, in pain, vitality, global physical and mental health scores in cancer. So a structured 12-week program, it can be given in an online coaching mode or even in a physical mode, or you can call the patient to your OPD also. This can cause a targeted physical activity, health, diet, stress and menopause management, as well as sexual well-being, smoking cessation, alcohol intake and sleep hygiene. This has been proven in many cancers like breast cancer, blood cancers and many gynecological cancers. This has helped the patients. Coming to burnout, physician burnout I will talk of here. Though burnout is evident in many women, even in housewives, we see that many of the women coming just because the husbands are having problems, they don't have any problem, but they are stressed out with the problems of their family members. So implementation of lifestyle medicine principles has proven successful, where you implement a good diet and a physical activity and self-care activities along with mindfulness meditation. So this is able to improve the burnout symptoms in these women. Adopting and integrating the principles of lifestyle medicine has proven to improve the wellness and has proven that the symptoms of burnout can be reduced or can be abolished. While burnout exists in varying shades, use of lifestyle medicine with principles of positive psychology can provide a hope for burnout. And a combination of individual approaches and changes in the external environments can be the solution to address the burnout. Various entities like health organizations, government organizations, fitness industry, community organizations, providers, and individuals collaborate to improve the physician lifestyle and help with burnout. So different strategies can be implemented, and we say that on-site meditation, you can have some sort of breaks in your official schedule where you put in a bell and you say this is your walk time, go and walk for 10 minutes and come, or go and meet your friends and come, have a meditation session which can be given online also. You can have retreats, you can have evidence-based interventions for wellness, you can have self-development, you can develop the cultures of meaningful interactions with patients and team members. I happened to attend a Chintan Shivir with the Honorable Health Minister in Delhi last month. There were directors of all AIMS who attended the Chintan Shivir. And after every session of 1 to 1.5 hours, one person used to come and make all of us stand, and we used to have standing yoga exercises. And then we used to have, break for coffee or just change our seating arrangement, that you sit with someone else. Now I'll sit here, those kind of thing. Even the minister used to do that. So these kind of activities kept us alert over the 3 days, 9 to 5 activity. And we were more productive. There was hardly any burnout. We enjoyed the event. So this is just an example out of the way. Coming to the conclusion, the issues of women's health and work-life balance can be resolved by stressing the importance of personal well-being in the lives of working women, addressing their mental health issues, their musculoskeletal problem, the nutritional needs, and healthy practices. By fostering this kind of awareness and support, it's possible to empower women to prioritize their health along with their professional and personal responsibilities. Thank you so much for giving me the opportunity. This is my team of Lifestyle Medicine Clinic at Department of Physiology, AIMS Nagpur. And we have been given the task by the Honorable Minister of State, Dr. Bharti Praveen Pawar, to increase these kind of lifestyle medicine clinics at all AIMS across India. So we are starting that. We are going to have our first meeting on the 5th of March, this coming 5th March, to start about how we can go about it with it. Thank you everyone for giving me the opportunity to present my work or present this kind of talk to a august audience over here. Thank you so much.
Thank you, ma'am, for an
Can I
excellent.
say something? Can I say something, Chairperson? Yeah. Zara stop sharing kara. Stop sharing. Dr. Pathak, it was excellent talk. And here I would like to say that at AMWI we are going to start the certificate course. I have already announced in my, that lecture also and inauguration also. So I will like you to participate in that lifestyle courses. And tomorrow also we are meeting DMER, Director of Medical Education, and he wants AMWI to be incorporated in many kind lifestyle diseases, NCDs program. So we want to be a part of it. So please
That's good.
include
That's
us
very
also
nice.
and be your in charge for the lifestyle certificate courses.
Definitely. Thank you so much. Definitely. That
And
will
I
be
think
important.
this thing talk to Ragini, हरियाणा में जितने भी गवर्नमेंट के लोग हैं जहाँ जहाँ आप कोलैबोरेट कर सकते हैं, because AMWI in Maharashtra is collaborating a lot of government programs and taking help from the government and giving also the help of our members. So that chairperson, please go ahead with that.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
चलिए बोलिए आप. Chairperson, no?
Excellent talk, Dr. Manal. And we know that lifestyle disorders are the most important diseases these days, and they are responsible for all the diseases. And lifestyle of, especially the mental health part of it, is very, very important. Taken care of. Yes. And Dr. Lisha, to sum up.
So, ma'am, it was thank you so much for a very, very informative session. And everything we say and we hear these days about mental health, about diet, about lifestyle, obesity, cardiovascular risk is really becoming a reality, because very often we hear this news, very young people sort of passing away because of not really lack of medical attention, but it is basically because of all the stress and the lifestyle disorders which have taken a toll on them. And then it puts a reality check into our mind that if somebody at 45 or 50 is passing away, how is it that all the stuff that we are doing in our lives is impacting us, and whether we are taking the right measures. So today you brought up so many important points about not only medical conditions where women need help, but also the fact that we as physicians face a lot of burnout. The kind of long hours we keep, the kind of not restful sleep that we have, the kind of abnormal diet that we keep, erratic diet that we keep, that is really affecting our health. And I think that all of us here today at least can learn a lot from it, and for ourselves, we can make a lot of difference before we make a difference to others.
Yes.
So I really thank you for this session, because I think it made me stop and think for 2 minutes, what am I doing with myself?
Yes.
And
Right.
also tell myself that I'm not going to stay here for 1 more hour and work, but I want to go home and relax now.
Yes,
So,
yes. All right.
Excellent talk by Dr. Anil. Madam, your talk is the most needed talk for us doctors, because we never are more bothered about our money part of it. This was an eye opener for us.
Yes.
Would like more talks from you regarding money management.
Chandana talk is becoming so popular that it has become an integral part of my inauguration. We are doing so many inauguration of the chapters every month. 4 to 5 chapters are so. We need it. We all women need it. One is finance and second is health.
We are very weak.
These are the two things. PPA, PCOS, endocrinology, both हो गया. No, we should talk about ourselves. If you are good, then you can.
Something out of box, this is excellent.
Specifically, when we talk about the multidisciplinary, we have to be close to everybody's choice. We cannot be the specialist physician.
Ragini, I have two of my national leaders here. I will, because I told in my council that I will allow them to talk for. So all our national leaders. First is Dr. Past President. I took over from her. Dr. Yamini, say a few words. Then we have Vice President Dr. Bulbul Chaudhary, Kolkata. She was managing the AICOG. Then we have Lakshmi here. So, Dr. Pathak. Yamini, please say a few words. Yamini. Yamini, can you listen?
Yes. Can you hear me now?
Yeah,
because
yeah.
I'm getting all this.
Just, give the blessings to the new chapters. That too in the northern side, we are entering in their territory. ऐकू येते का? तोपर्यंत बुलबुल दीदी. She has managed that, with Bhaskar.
Unmute, please.
Unmute. Everybody is traveling, I think.
Yeah, everybody is traveling.
Lakshmi, by the time they get ready, I think, Lakshmi, please say a few words.
Yes, madam, very much. I must say that our national president is full of energy, vision, and mission. And the way she is expanding AMWI, madam, it's really commendable. Because every time I join the inauguration of new chapter, and everyone is saying that we were not knowing the legacy of this association, and which you are spreading is really worth. I mean, it's very, very inspiring and commendable. And what you have included, really enough of PCOS and enough of endocrinology and thyroid and diabetes. But what you have included, finance management, lifestyle modifications, and your first talk, I really appreciate it. That really inspires all the new chapter conveners, co-conveners, and all the founder members that this is the legacy they are working for. What is AMWI, what is AMWA, and we are having such a great legacy. So, madam, fantastic work you are doing, and my heartiest congratulations and all the very best to Dr. Ragini Agrawal and her team for the Gurgaon chapter.
And Lakshmi, I really want to respond to your thing that हम लोगों का जो ऑर्गेनाइजेशन था गुदड़ी में लाल बोलते हैं ना, गुदड़ी में लाल, it was hidden and it is a हीरा, कोहिनूर हीरा. When I took over, I went to the history. I will request each one of this member to please visit Bombay. Otherwise also, please come to Kama Hospital. Lakshmi was my lecturer when I was the head of the hospital, and you can see and then you will get inspired. I am making you soldiers. You are soldiers of AMWI. बाद में आप लोग सेनापति बनने वाले. So I am telling you, you must, whatever I am feeling today, you all must, should be touched to you, and you all should propagate the Association Medical Women and its motto. So thank you, Lakshmi. And now one minute, again, just one life. We have Dr. Nalini Kurve, our president, only one more. They are national vice president. Nalini, please unmute and say a few words. फटाफट क्योंकि उन लोगों को
good evening and congratulations to Dr. Mandakini Meg, first of all, for making it the organization such a big, and she's taking it at a, I don't know where she is taking it, but it is amazing work she is doing. And congratulations to Ragini Agrawal and her team. And the topics, today's topics, they were very well selected. I congratulate Dr. Anil and Dr. Pathak. I heard Dr. Anil earlier also, but every time it feels that we are hearing something new. So as a woman doctor, we should follow some, that is money saving, and money means how to tackle with money, and all this investment and all that. That is new to us, but it is very good that she is taking it. And the lifestyle. So thank you so much, the speakers, the organizers, and Dr. Mandakini.
Thank you, Nalini. She is our national vice president. Dr. Yamini, please, few words from you. And Lakshmi is our Nagpur branch president. Yamini, ये तो का आवाज सुना? Some difficulty? Unmute yourself. Yamini, she's not able to. Ragini, you can. Who is now concluding? Amit, take a good photograph to publish.
So, thank you so much to everyone who has joined today, and my really sincere thanks from bottom of my heart is to Dr. Mandakini Meg. It's a big paradox in my life. I always wanted to something a Nari Shakti, but I'm really against when a male say कि हमें औरतों को आगे लाना है. Who are you to bring us in front? So I hate the women wing of IMA, but I have all praises for the all women medical doctors association. I'm totally for it, and I know my biggest request to each of you, and especially Madam Mandakini, and the national vice president, please don't make it as another gynae association. It has to be multidisciplinary. The talk which we have listened today, it is for everybody's help, and we should also bring the program in front. Our all members from the all specialization can be part of it. If we make it a only gynae-centric, our all aim will go futile to make another big association. And my really sincere thanks to my team who has joined. I just said you have to join, and they joined. Now, my madam is sitting since morning till now when we started. Thank you so much, Manju madam, being here. And there's no word to say for the today's speakers, Madam Anil, Madam Pathak. It was really awesome, and specifically there's many question in the chat box to know to do this course for the lifestyle medicine. I myself is thinking I'll go on the net and find out. So
Ragini, I just want to say one line in between your this. I just want to inform you that in the structure of AMWI members, if you see, we have Dr. Snehalata Deshmukh on the top, that is a pediatric surgeon. Mridula Phadke, she is a pediatrician. We have a dental surgeon that I also want to you that you can make the dental surgeon. We have pathologist Kanchan Gorpade. All top executives are from all branches. Even Nagpur have cardiologist. So there is nothing that we are not going to do. We don't know who is gynecologist and who everybody.
We are all women doctors. That's it.
Yes, yes. Dr. Mridula Pathak is also our member, and Ragini Nagpur mein, it's really a unique association where all the lady doctors of all specialties are members working for women's health.
And they are what they are doing. Suppose I have given responsibility of ophthalmology wing. I have created wing. So your ophthalmologist will be with that wing, and they will conduct the refractory courses, other CMEs with the so this is becoming a wonderful organization. I'm just
Hello, Mandakini.
Yeah. Bola. Yamini, where are you from? 1 minute अभी हमारे president को जरा 1 second.
हाँ कोई आवाज आई थी.
हाँ. कि उनका क्या मालूम क्या प्रॉब्लम है. अगर नलिनी just see what is it. So what I'm referring to the structure already we are having. So I think that is also a good suggestion. You also do the same thing, and you involve each and every person of all the faculties.
So my next thanks goes to the Dr. Lakshmi, Dr. Mitra, and whoever has joined as a today's delegate also. Thank you so much, and I will like you all make more chapters in the various cities, so this will spread everywhere and everybody will come to know about this legacy. And thank you, Dr. Amit, for giving this technical support. And there's one person who is behind the whole show. And a person execute is my secretary, Sonika. I think everybody knows her, Sonika. So thank you, Sonika. So doing a flawless execution, and I think we will.
Now the first activity is expected within next 7 days.
So, Madam, with your permission, can we finally say goodbye?
Yeah. Thank you very much.
Thank you, everybody.
Bye.
Thank you.
आणि
Thank you. फोटो
काढून घे. ठीक आहे. मंजू बर्वा मॅडम मेरे को फोटो निकाला कि नहीं?
निकाल लिया मैडम.
बस चलो. ओके देन. ओके बाय बाय. सी यू देन. बाय.
आरती चार्जर गुड इवनिंग. चार्जर दे दो. बट जल्दी से चार्जर ला दो. बैटरी बिल्कुल नहीं है इसमें. चार्जर ला दो किसी से भी. फोन का चार्जर आरती से मांग के ला दो. Oh.